So, Caden, what are you doing over here?
I don't know. We'll see.
Is that the go-kart exhaust on the scooter?
Oh,
Oh, look at this cute little air intake.
doesn't fit.
No? You can always just ride it no exhaust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Fire it up. Let's see how loud it is. Dude, that's way too loud. What's up, boys? So you know those people that tell you like, yo, dude, my build's gonna be done like in like July or like in a couple weeks, and then it's not done? I'm that guy right now. So sandrail update, we're about $3,000 into parts right now. We've got a lot of stuff on the way. The problem that we're having is what's really racking up our bill is there's a lot of tiny, like little custom engineered, maybe like it's a bolt that costs like $50 for a bolt and the 2 plastic pieces, or just like our throttle body, our drive-by cable throttle body, we paid $500 for, which sucks. That's so overpriced, but we literally didn't have a drive-by cable that we could find that would fit this 2.0 because these are all drive-by wire. So yeah, this is racking up quite the bill. But I really appreciate the support you guys have been giving me lately. Make sure to smash subscribe. This channel's come a long way, but this is only just the beginning, boys. So to be honest, I don't really have anything planned for this video. I have no idea what I'm gonna do, but I think I know where we should start. As much as I hate to say it, boys, I think it's the day I need to clean this. My toolbox is gross and disgusting. So yeah, it got away from me. I'm not gonna lie, boys, it got away from me. But yeah, we're gonna clean it. Ready, set.
Till I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever.
All right, boys, we're all done. So here's the reveal. We got most of our stuff in order where we need it to be. I got a ton of tools, so I didn't really know what to do with everything here. Yeah, we're kind of sitting pretty. It's looking good. It's not perfect, but this will make everything a heck of a lot easier from here on out. All right, guys, so it's the next day, and we have a lot of work to do. The main stuff I want to focus on right now is we're going to take off as many little and tiny parts and everything that we need to do in order to get this thing ready for paint. So what I'm doing is I'm starting off here with these axle hubs and some of this transmission stuff. We're gonna end up painting the transmission, so I'm gonna clean it up a little bit, get all this crap out of the inside of there, and then these got to be sandblasted. This has to be sandblasted. We brought the sandblaster out. We were working on a few things there earlier today, but I think right now the plan is to get this thing ready for paint so that we can paint it, and then after that we can throw that together, and then we have all the wiring for the motor, so we might work on that maybe today, next video. I don't really know, but yeah, we're just gonna keep moving.
Trust, yeah. No, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go through the wastelands.
Update, I got a lot of stuff prepped for sandblasting. I still have to tape everything off and stuff like that. All this stuff is pretty much ready to go into sandblasting, and then we're gonna be able to paint it once all of that's done. There's still a lot more stuff we gotta sandblast, but just kind of taking it one part at a time. Probably gonna get started on these right now, and we'll take it from there. Update here, so we got the first one of these done. This is taking kind of a long time, but it's coming out pretty decent. After everything gets painted and stuff, it's gonna look pretty nice, boys. I'm excited. We're gonna do all black on the transmission, and then we're gonna do that pink and turquoise splatter. We might paint like the nose cone or some of these side pieces, maybe different colors. Not sure yet, but we'll figure that out. So I took a coffee break because I was pretty tired. I'm gonna show you guys around to what we got done so far and kind of a status update here. So right now I'm kind of just in this sandblaster, taking care of a lot of these little parts like this. This used to be orange, just like the sandrail was, but it is not anymore. I wish I could like put a camera in here so you guys could see or something like that, but this camera would get ruined. So I'm kind of just doing this off camera and off screen. But the problem I'm having is it is so hard to see inside here. There's like these protective films in front of the glass, and they get ruined so easily because of the backsplash from the sandblaster. So it's tough to see what you're doing. But this is just kind of some of the behind the scenes stuff that goes on here. Just getting all the parts ready for painting, just, you know, one step at a time. This is honestly a pretty big job. It's, I'd say, a bigger job than I expected it to be. Kind of the problem that we're having too, one, I have no idea what I'm doing, so, you know, that hinders us sometimes. Two, I kind of just don't have like all the materials I need. Like, I'm just doing this spread out in my driveway. I don't have a shop or like any of the proper power tools to do some of this stuff. Even like this sandblaster, like this is it's a nice sandblaster too, but you know, it's a smaller one. It's not a massive industrial size thing. We could probably get this build done twice as fast if we had like a nice shop with all the tools we would need. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is a big job. Like, this is, I think, video number 5, and this thing looks exactly the same. So that should definitely tell you something. There's been so much stuff that's happened like behind the scenes that I had no idea would be nearly as hard as it is. For example, we have to do so much research when we're buying parts and planning everything out. I didn't really think it was going to be that much, but it actually really was. Each part we have to research, you know, where exactly we want to put it on the sandrail, where we want to mount things, how they're all going to connect together. I kind of know how all this stuff works, but it's different when you have to completely engineer this yourself, how we're going to link each system together, or how long of charge pipe we need to buy, or just stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of stuff that you have no idea goes on behind the scenes. So like, that was a big shocker. So if you're thinking about building something, understand that you are probably going to spend a lot of time behind the computer doing research or shopping for parts, trying to figure out exactly what part you need. It's also not always easy to find the correct part you need. I'll give you guys an example right here. Where is it? This little plastic piece right here, it took us forever to find 2 of these. These go on top of here in between the axle tunnels. I'm not exactly sure why, but we needed them. And I also got super lucky that Zach was helping us out with all of this. That's why I'm trying to do as much as I can without him here, so that like he doesn't have to do any of this stuff with us. Most of this kind of stuff, I'd consider this like body work. It's meticulous and it takes a lot of time, but it's not like it's hard. It doesn't take a whole lot of skill to, you know, sandblast a bunch of stuff. But I'm still really enjoying this. I definitely do not regret it at all. I've learned so much just trying to build all this stuff and planning this and going through how each system works. Zach has been helping out, teaching me a lot, and it's kind of cool. Like, I feel like I can talk so much better about this stuff now just because I know so much more now, and I'm probably going to learn a lot more by the time this is done. So I'm going to get chugging away on the sanding off camera here, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick little update while we power through with our caffeine. All right, guys, so this is day 3 of this video. Now, at this point, we're going to jump into wiring up the motor. This is kind of all the stuff we have laid out here, all of our wiring stuff right now. I have the ECU here. This is going to be our new, these, we have to splice these and wire these to the motor. Our switch panel, coil pack, a few other things there. This is a used sensor that we need to start off by wiring this up, connecting this and figuring out where everything actually goes. And then, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, but we'll get started. All right, so we have the other wiring harness mounted on here. Right now, we're gonna label all these switches, figure out which ones we need, which ones we don't, you know, because we're not gonna have all the fancy stuff that the Ford Edge, which this came off of, you know, had. So we don't need all these switches. But after we label all these, we're gonna then cut this all up and then use all the stuff from this that we need, like the connectors and stuff like that, to wire to our custom wiring harness. we're moving along, boys. That was kind of fun. This is honestly kind of fun. I never thought I was like a wiring person that was good at this kind of stuff. I mean, I'm not good at it, but it's still pretty fun. It's like a giant Lego set, basically. So update here. We are, I think, done with the old used wiring harness. We got everything we think we need off of that. I basically just cut all of these off the sensors. We have them all labeled, and they're ready to splice into our new wiring harness, which we have all labeled and ready to go here. Whoa. We have to take a break and go, if I can get this thing to stay, and go out and buy some more wires because we need the power wires for this thing. The power has to go through here. We have to have our fuses and everything into the ECU, and then the ECU will output into this guy right here, which will be connected to all those switches, which is going to tell the motor what to do. I hope I explained that properly. I have no idea what I'm doing. So yeah, bear with me on that. We also have, I literally love this thing so much. I can't wait to just like flip this open and like turn on things in the sander reel before we fire it up. This is our fuse box. This is kind of some of the wiring schematics we're using here to get this thing going. But yeah, it's an exciting day. We're getting a lot done. It's kind of raining. We're like in the middle of a massive rainstorm in Michigan right now. So it's a good day to do stuff inside.
And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the horizon turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon.
So update time, boys. We've been going at this for about maybe like, I don't know, 8-9 hours so far. A couple trips out, a couple trips to the store, but we changed up our plan just a tiny bit. Now, I don't know exactly what's going on here, but I'm gonna try my best to explain it. Right now, what we're wiring up is the power to some of these sensors. These are the sensors going to the coil packs, so I'm working on wiring up those here right now. Zach's about to take a look at, we have the radiator on the floor with the fans. He's about to take a look at that, making that work, and creating the wiring harness for that. Everything we're working on right now is all like the power side of the sensors, which is going to be run through the fuse box, obviously, and then controlled by some of these switches up here. We had to make sure those are going to work. We ordered, I'd say, some more wires and a few other things like for the battery terminals and things like that. We ended up going a little bit of a different direction with the powering harness for this. They did have like a cheaper option that we could just purchase and then splice that into. We do have to solder that up, but that's kind of, we went with a little bit of a cheaper option. We were gonna originally create that ourselves, but we're just doing that instead. Right here, these are the fans like I was talking about on the back of our radiator. These are attached to the radiator already, so we're just splicing those out. We're gonna make a little harness for that. These are gonna be wired directly to this switch panel here. We're gonna have the power, the fuel pump, and the fans. So this is just gonna be the power to everything. You need to flick all three of these on, then turn your key, then push to start. So pretty cool. Just wanted to give you guys an update. So it's back to wiring now.
Turn us to thousands, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Boys, it has been a long day. It's like 12 o'clock at night, getting closer to 1 o'clock here. So here's the status. We finished most of the power stuff that we could right now. We're waiting on more wiring and a few things that we have now discovered we needed to come in. We have all the power for injectors. That's the ones we just finished. We finished all the power for this switch here. We have the coil pack power.
We still have to wire up the starter wires, but
Okay.
we can't do that until we know where the starter is going.
Finished up the radiator fans. Just kind of taking it one step at a time here. We're gonna end off this video here. In the next build video, I'm gonna start that off with probably wires, I think. Those should come in pretty soon. I know we still have a lot of body work to do. Let me show you guys some of the stuff. This is some of the finished sandblasting stuff. So we just have to do everything like this. So this is just a small amount of what we need to do. So if you guys want to stay updated on the build, smash subscribe. We've got a lot of stuff going on. As you can see, this is getting pretty intense here. Wiring is going to be pretty big for the next video or two. A lot of that kind of stuff and body work. And yeah, we're just kind of taking it one step at a time. If you guys like this video, I'd really appreciate you dropping a like. I'm going to head out and leave this here. I hope you all are having a great and amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one.